We are in Le Centro Cita. I may have Frenched that a little bit, but we are looking for Trident of Poseidon, a statue of Poseidon with the trident, because that's the symbol of Maserati. And supposedly we're meeting a tour guide there, I think. We're a little bit going back and forth along here, but yeah, it's a nice way to explore. So we shall see where we end up and what sights we can see. Here we go. We're right next to a huge market that's on a square just off the main drag. Yeah, it was completely empty yesterday, and hopefully we can explore. It's kind of very interesting because the closest thing I've ever experienced or seen to this country. We got some stuff over here. The closest thing to all of this has been like the Omaha Arts Festival. So that'll be interesting to check out. But yeah, there's another statue. We're moving on. Here is the statue of Poseidon / Neptune. Greek mythology, Roman mythology, whichever way you want to look at it. But anyway, we finally made it. You know, we passed this way. Not to say the best view, but gotta love the trident. After all, it is a symbol of Maserati. Let's do some exploring around central Bologna now. I know what's more exciting. The saxophone playing over there, or this building. Either way, we'll explore them both.
And so, for example, that one was the Palazzo dei Podestà. As you can see, it seems a quite modern palace, second half of the 15th century, but was completely renewed in that way by the Bentivoglio family, because Giovanni II Bentivoglio, who was the ruler in the city, ruled with this charge of Podestà. And so they are out.
This is the theater and
So this is really interesting because of that period we have got saved in Italy this theatre and the anatomical theatre of Padova. Padova was under Venice, so things that were usually, it was more free speech state, if you want, Venice. In any case, what is very interesting that papacy was interested in the progression of the scientific studies and of the anatomy. It's true that this theatre, it's a 17th century theatre, but with a structure of an anatomical theatre of the 16th century. So you don't have here a structure of a scientific anatomical whole, because here inside this cave there were the surgeons who made the anatomical dissection on the table. Here there was a sort of assistant of the professor who had a long cane with which pointed at the different parts of the body on the table there. And in the upper part there was the professor who was reading ancient sources, ancient writers about medicine, as Galenus, as Hippocrates. If there was something in the body that didn't correspond to what the teacher was reading up there, he was not doing the sessions. He You have got little stores where you have got the butcher, the fisherman, the different kinds of food, but where you can buy, for example, what you want, for example, mixed of vegetables in vinegar, or for example, onions in vinegar. These are typical things used to have a sauce. Well, only for milk and cheese. Only for milk and cheese, not for meat. The meat is the meat of corn, things, vegetables, fruits and vegetables you don't find everywhere. Okay? And
Ska vi gå förbi?
Aveva telefonato chiedendo se
Andiamo a fare le chiacchiere.
Sta chiamando. Siamo qui a Milano.
So we had a quick lunch, courtesy of the professors, and now we're heading out to explore a little bit more of downtown or central Bologna and see what we can find. I mean, look at all these good dogs. Look at these good boys. Let's see what we find. Time for some simple pleasures.
selling all the little glass things.
We are headed over to the main part of the market for this art festival is what I'm calling it. But this is going to be a fun excursion and just a chance to see some local items on display. Let's go explore. Stop raining. Oh, in some ways, discoveries. So this is the wall that we passed when we were going down to the Lego store yesterday. The big steps and the statue down there. But this whole part of the area is more or less an elevated living space. It's a wall. Because there are shops right around that corner and underneath that balcony. This is a really interesting structure. So this is the Bologna Central train station. We snuck through here this morning, but in terms of a little bit of an amazing race connection, if we could take the train up north to Ferrara, which was a quick location visited in season 1 of The Amazing Race. The Castillo was the location of a fast forward, and there was also some interesting athletic challenges for that leg. But yeah, afterwards the leg then moved to India, and so teams had to find their way out of Ferrara, and in order to get out of Ferrara, one of the main places is here to Bologna and the airport. So yeah, main thing that I'm thinking about with this, in many ways I'm walking the steps that some of the racers did all those years ago. Cool. So today ends with a very nice exploration of Bologna, I would say. We ended the night with a little bit of a wine tasting / pizza party to discuss how everything was going. And yeah, me and Paige had fun. Wish the rain didn't fully down the mood, but it was fun to kind of see the idea of the market, since, well, the different aspects of markets, I would say, since we got to see the food market and the more commercial market. But yeah, mixed with the architecture and, of course, enjoying investigating small business in Italy. It was all a fun adventure. So yeah, it looks like some other people went ahead and also went to the market that was the more commercial with all the clothing, and some of the guys apparently bought suits. So they may be sporting them over the next couple of days. But yeah, tomorrow I am kind of really excited, so that's why I'm a little bit resting up. Because, well, it wouldn't be Bologna without its namesake for us. Case aspect, specifically food. Tomorrow is Italy. We are headed to the FICO. Italy, it's a literal food theme park. So I am super excited to check that out. We are going to have, like, I think almost 5 hours, depending on when we get there, maybe 4, to be able to explore the park. Can't wait to be able to see what all is offered. Maybe find some more non-perishable food items, or more than likely stuff to be able to send home to mes parents. After all, love mom to be able to enjoy some of the ingredients over here, as well as also since tomorrow's Mother's Day, so got to come up with kind of a gift from that. But yeah, we end that day with a homemade pasta making course that's going to be for about an hour. So that's going to be really fun to be able to get footage of that. And from there, that is pretty much our last time or / day in Bologna. We'll see about tomorrow evening if there's anything. I mean, depending on it, there may be some other exploration or other restaurants and stuff, like setting up dinner, etc., etc. But for the moment, the big plan is Italy, so can't wait to see that and enjoy our last day in Bologna. Then it's onward and upward, quite literally.